Hey, what's up everybody? Happy Saturday. Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Today I would like to go over some charts, a couple of altcoins that I'm really bullish about, and what to expect in the coming weeks, because it looks like crypto has a little pullback, and I see YouTube videos flying around of YouTubers saying, oh, the rally is over, the bull market is over, and I feel like, well, was there a bull market in the first place? I don't think so. Let's calm our titties and let's see what there's really to find out right here. With that being said, welcome to the Fomo Factory. I don't have it on my screen, fuck that. In tomorrow's video you're gonna hear me say happy Saturday, because I was planning on posting that video today. It doesn't matter, it's all good. First thing I would like to discuss, of course, is the markets in general. So let's take a look at that. At the moment of recording, Bitcoin is still sitting at around $23,000. It had a slight pullback. Is it that concerning to me? No. Why not? Well, we had this resistance right here at 25.2, give or take, which was a level like, come on, didn't we expect that to happen? We have big resistance right here. We have the 50, the 200 weekly moving average coming in right here. It's only understandable that we do not break that in one of the first attempts, right? We had an attempt here back in August, got rejected. We got another attempt and got rejected again. Couple of times knocking on the door and then getting in is usually what's more realistic. So, you know, nothing too serious about that yet. The DXY, what's quite funny, like it was in its upward trend right here, right? It was perfect, this support line right here. It held it like perfect. And once we broke it, we came down. But now we tried to break it at the first attempt, and that happened. So that kind of sucks, of course. Although I feel like we might get rejected. I think 105.7, give or take, should be the highest point of this DXY rally. I assume, think, and especially hope that we get rejected right there and go down again. So Bitcoin again, you know, move up even further, right? Because here's where big resistance and support comes in. We also have the bull market support band right here. So it kind of lines up perfectly, right? If, you know, somehow this breaks through and Bitcoin keeps on going down, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin go to 21.6. And I want this community to, you know, be prepared, because if that happens, a lot of people are going to be kind of scared. They maybe feel like, oh shit, what's going on? Nothing is really going on, right? This is just the range. We have this diagonal as support right there. We have this horizontal as support right there. We have the bull market support band as support right there. So it's only an understandable place to come down to. As long as we hold that, we are fine, right? We could have a wick, or of course, to, you know, 21 or 22 point something. As long as we really close above 21.5, I'm not concerned, really. The S&P also bouncing off here perfectly, and you know, I think this chart is even more important than the Bitcoin chart. So let's see how this is going to play out. But this is also quite understandable move. The dollar, people are putting money back into, you know, USDT. So yeah, it all kind of lines up with each other. And if we take a look at altcoins right now, you know, at the bigger scheme of things, this is the downwards movement that we are in at the moment, right? So when it comes to that, we could still go down quite a lot on altcoins. This is like a 40% drop on your altcoins. It says 26, but this includes stable coins, right? So your altcoins will drop more. But on the other hand, we were also in this downwards trend, right? And we broke to the upside. So maybe we will find support right here. It's also where the bull market support band comes in, and that's not that far from where we are right now. So it might be that altcoins stay a little safe, and although that Bitcoin goes down, altcoins don't really bleed, which should mean that the Bitcoin dominance is going down. So if we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, yeah, that's quite understandable if that goes down, right? We are especially in this range between 48% and, you know, 39%. But this smaller range right here is also the range, right? And we just got rejected right here. So it's also understandable if this comes down, right? So, you know, altcoins might be a little okay for now. So I'm not that worried. Talking about a couple of altcoins that I have my eyes on. Last Friday, yesterday, I had an interview with some people of Nakamoto Games. was really interesting. One of those team members makes $60 per day just by, you know, being involved in the Nakamoto ecosystem, spending 1 hour a day playing these games. So that's crazy money, right? Especially if you live in countries where the salary is not that high, then it's even more rewarding to quit your job and just play games. So I think this ecosystem will be huge. Like they said, they're going to release a mobile app as well, and then it's really starting to get big, probably because, you know, I'm playing my games on mobile more than I do on PC. But purely this chart, it just had a 7x. You know, buying right here was portfolio suicide. It's now a lot lower already, right? From the top, we came down around 30%. Is it a good time to buy? In my opinion, it could come down to 18 cents because that's the next, you know, support level. Not a real big one, but the bull market support band comes in there as well. I don't know what Fibonacci says, but I really want to step into Nakamoto games, right? So yeah, the 0.618 comes in at that region as well. So I would wait for around, you know, 18 till 20 cents, give or take. I don't know if it gets there, but if it does, then I think that's a beautiful entry. CDFI, was more like see the fly, and then it was see the buy, because it went up a lot because of some news, and it came down a lot because of people, you know, selling that news basically. But CDFI announced that they are going to release 3 AI projects every single month, and also projects with a very low market cap. They just announced their first project, which is Chain GPT. I must say, I have double feelings about this. The negative thing about this is, of course, that ChatGPT was a big hype. It brought AI to the mainstream, to crypto basically as well. And now you see these crypto projects jumping on that hype, and I feel like, yeah, but how much time did you really had to build this project and to really make it something unique instead of just copying what's already there just because that's a hype, right? I don't really like that. On the other hand, people like to buy hype, so whatever. If it you know, if it does 100x, cool, I'm fine with it. So this is going to be the first project that they are going to release. Super low cap, $25,000 initial market cap. So yeah, if it even goes to, like I said in yesterday's video as well, if it goes to $1 million, that's still micro cap, and that's already a 40x. So I'm very curious about these CDFI launches, and I really want to step up my tail with CDFI. A lot of people think the same way, therefore we had that pump from basically, well, in 1 week from $1 to 140. So that's 40%, right? Came down again. I kind of hoped that it was, you know, finding support at around this level, because that's where the bull market support band is, of course, right? And we want to, you know, I'm kind of afraid that we do the same as here. We jump, you know, above the bull market support band for a while. We stay in it and then get rejected anyway. I was kind of hoping that we could have closed above it, right? That we finally left this area. Yeah, then again, I don't have enough tokens, so I feel like, yeah, whatever. It's for now, it's fine. It eventually will break up, and it will do very, very fine, right? Another thing, I'm all over the place, but just to provide you some cool info that I saw, that I've seen. We have inflation right here, which is the red line, right? And we have the Bitcoin, right, which is the blue line. If you look how Bitcoin reacts when there's big inflation, everybody is concerned about inflation. I don't really see, there's a delayed effect, of course, but you know, once you see that inflation is going up very hard, you see Bitcoin going up very hard right here. Here, inflation going up, well, Bitcoin here finally going down again, but here as well, inflation at its lowest, right? And it's going up a lot, but Bitcoin in the meantime also going up a lot. So people talk a lot about inflation. I think, you know, by looking at this chart, maybe we should ignore it a little bit and not be too, you know, man, like, I don't know. It's not that bad. Although it was coming down, which is of course good news. It's now a little flat right here. So the macro is looking a little less better than that it did, but it will be okay. It will, you know, 1 year, 2 years, half a year, I don't know, but it will be okay. Back to CDFI for 1 minute, by the way. if you look at CeDeFi compared to Bitcoin, you see that it's finally breaking up again. So that's really looking good. I really like that, because CeDeFi really is, it looks like it's building a floor right here around that 420 Satoshi level, give or take, right? And now it had a very hard bounce off of that level. And, you know, I'm very curious, like, can we break this part and just go, you know, back to like, I think that around this 630 should be the big resistance. Look where I have my mouse. You can see that line. A lot of resistance comes in right there, right? So 600, 620, give or take. We're now at 520. So that's another 15-20% move on the Bitcoin pair, depending on what Bitcoin does. If it stays flat and CeDeFi goes up by that 20-15%, then I guess we back around, we back around that 140 level, which is above the bull market support band, and that could really push CeDeFi higher. So that would be really nice. Yeah, another thing, dude, Delesium. Next Friday, I finally managed to have an interview with some team members of Delesium. Go get your node if you do not have one yet. I have 8 nodes running right now. I'm getting these tokens like crazy, and I love it. I think this is going to blow the fuck my portfolio up. With their release on the Bybit Launchpad, their listing on the Epic Game Store with all these contributors, the money that they have raised, and everything. Yeah, this is really a gem in my opinion, and now we still can get the tokens before they are hitting the market. So if you do not have your node yet, a lot of you guys already have, you can go to, it's in the description, but you can go to delesium.com, press DMA, get your node right there. It's a private sale right now. You can only get it if you have a code, but you get a code once you have bought the node, right? So I can provide you with that code, and you can give your code to other people as well, and you get a 10% extra tokens on what they earn as well. So it's a very cool referral system also. Is there anything else? Yeah, maybe Bitcoin for the shorter term. Maybe we can find out what's going on right there. So let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. And the 4-hour chart, in my opinion, look, it's finding support right here on this level, right? We have a lot of resistance at this level right here. It's where we now find support, so that's very bullish, of course. If we do break that, then I think that 22.7 is next, and if we break that, then it's going to be a long fall around that 21.5 again. I think it's more likely to go to 21.5 than that we break 25.2, right? And eventually we will break 25.2, but I think the first move is 21.5, give or take. Don't consider it as a bad thing. If you've been watching this channel, you must have been prepared by now. So dollar cost in around that area. I'm not buying Bitcoin right now. You know, you could say like, yeah, but it came from 25 to 23. Yeah, that's true. But you can also say like it came from 15 to 23. And I don't know. In that, if you look at it like that, I'm not really that interested to buy right now. If you see that this is the range and this is the range, that's really the big range, right? If we remove these lines, so this is the range, you're still buying at top of the range right now, right? So I'm not that interested for the time being. Ethereum holding up quite okay, but still didn't break this trend line right here. Bitcoin did, total crypto market did, altcoins did, but Ethereum is kind of lagging right there. So I don't know about that. All I know is Ethereum, Bitcoin has been going sideways for a long time right now, right? And you can see that this is kind of the low of the range, and I'm very curious to see if it's going to break to the downside finally, and that could send altcoins way lower. If that happens, I think there will be a capitulation happening on altcoins, which finally gives us the last chance to buy altcoins cheap before we really moon. Because yeah, in all honesty, although I love to see altcoins go up, I don't know if that's really going to happen short term. So we have to wait on that. I will get into this platform very quick as well. I think there's a lot of cool stuff to go over to very quickly to show only the altcoin market cap. So without stable coins, right? That's here. you can see that altcoins are sitting quite low right now, right? I mean, we have been going up a little bit, of course. We went from a $200 billion market cap to 300 billion, but if you really zoom in, you'll see that we came from far, but we have a long way down to go, in my opinion, before we really see some support. Back to that 200 billion would not surprise me. So don't be too happy like, oh, my altcoin's pumped and money is coming in right now. That never lasts forever, right? Have a plan, take some profits on the way, and get back in when, you know, the red days occur, right? And I'm not talking about red days as in, like, if you now look at altcoins, nothing really is going on. Some are slightly green, some are slightly minus 2%. If you keep buying those dips, then you lose money, right? Wait for the days where everything is like 20% down, and these days happen a lot, right? If you go to I don't know, Chainlink, for example, there are always days. Well, I'll pick a random day right here. This is the daily chart, right? Here, Chainlink went down 30% in a day, right? Here, Chainlink went like down like 13% in a day. If you look at this day right here, it went down 12%. Like, these are the days you want to buy, not like these stupid candles right here. So, you know, have a little patience and just keep following the channel. I will keep getting you updated about all this stuff. Tomorrow I will release a video about my top 5 launch pads, because if you feel like I want to really go fucking insane in the bull market, then I think launch pads are your best opportunity. For now, I want to leave it there. Thanks for watching. Have a very lovely day.